Blue Vegas is the first book by P. Moss. Moss is beloved by many as the owner of the Double Down Saloon and Frankie's Tiki Room. In full disclosure, these are two of my favorite gin mills. Now Moss also plays in Bloodcocks UK, which is an all-star side project featuring cats from the local punk scene. I'd like to thank this video's sponsor, The Lucky 8. A Vegas classic, The Lucky 8 has been serving the finest Cantonese food in town for over half a century. Try their famous sesame noodles, you won't be disappointed. The Lucky 8 is currently serving lunch and dinner. Now, back to the book. Blue Vegas is an anthology of vignettes spanning 5 to 10 pages. Each of the stories feature flawed characters that are somehow challenged by the city. Some succeed gloriously, while most are broken. Blue Vegas is at times shocking, insightful, sexy, subversive, and hilarious. In particular, I love Moss's sense of humor. Beyond this, he has a talent for channeling his profound insights about the human condition into characters and situations that just exude Vegas. Moreover, I love the humanity of these characters. For example, performance art is a story about a man's experience being executed. At the same time, The Curse of Frank Sinatra is a blackmail story that goes awry. Clam Daddy is a story about the relationship between a father and his daughter. The catch is that Daddy's little girl is an exotic dancer. It underscores Chris Rock's bit about fathers and stripper daughters. Beautiful Stranger features a couple arrested by hotel security for prostitution. Despite the setup, it's actually one of the stories with a happy ending. In contrast, The American Dream cautions us to be careful about what we wish for. Wanna talk shocking? The book features a guy doing something with his wife's ashes that you probably never imagined was a thing. That could be a thing. It certainly should not be a thing. My hint is, I said, God damn, God damn. Capturing the romance of old Vegas, Career Moves is a cerebral story about a pickpocket. A formula emerges from these stories, and that you often think you know what's happening, and then there's a deliciously dark twist. In this sense, Moss is the master of the red herring. One example is Me and My Dad, which shows how the ghosts of our parents can haunt us. Machine Gun Joey doubles down on the theme of generational trauma. One of many stories featuring the criminal justice system, Snatched, explores the male psyche in a way few writers can articulate. And as you might expect, many of these stories relate to gambling. One story even features an Elvis impersonator. Why? I mean, why not? This is a book about Sin City. Blue Vegas features stories about romance lost and love reaffirmed. Given the brief nature of the stories, it's hard to go into detail without giving spoilers. But what I've given you should give you a sense that this book isn't for the faint of heart. So needless to say, if you're a parent of school-aged children, don't make this a stocking stuffer. Remember that Lou Reed's Take a Walk on the Wild Side could be this book's theme song. P. Moss's use of language demonstrates the difference between good and great writing. Indeed, there are blazes of sublime glory here. I had a hard time narrowing down which quotes to share. Now, some of these passages come from the Career Moves chapter, which Moss uses to explore the age-old question about which Vegas is the best Vegas. Is it Rat Pack era, mid-century Vegas, or is it the Las Vegas of today? Patrick was invigorated by the air of a time when all that mattered were cards and dice, booze and broads. When women drank gin, not light beer. When men wore slacks, not athletic shorts. When people with no money and all the money crowded craps tables to turn nothing into something and something into nothing. Jerry hit rock bottom. Maybe in the morning he would realize that it was from this place from which all great comebacks were staged. This next passage can use a little setup. The Scotch 80s is one of the most elite neighborhoods in the valley. Built back in the mob days, it's a beautiful oasis that's right outside the Arts District. With that, P. Moss writes, the Scotch 80s, a neighborhood built on old money and the only city in America where mid-century success could be defined as old money. This town has an aura that can't be imploded, a soul which will not stop inspiring no matter how many landmarks are bulldozed to make way for impotent monuments to greed. There will always be enough legend in the air to legitimize my living in that black and white Las Vegas. A primary criticism of the book is that the stories aren't flushed out enough. The concern is that as soon as you get invested in a character, the story ends and then the next one begins with a new cast. In this way, the format feels a bit like a one-man Las Vegas Rights anthology. And while the Las Vegas Rights stories average 10 to 20 pages, Blue Vegas only employs 5 to 10 pages per story. So brevity is a legitimate concern, but I don't think of this as a drawback. I appreciate the book for what it is, and the model works. Hey, in the day and age of limited attention spans, when few read and many watch YouTube, an anthology of vignettes seems a great idea to me. Keep in mind that some of these character threads continue in the next 2 books of Moss's Vegas trilogy. That said, I believe Blue Vegas works well on its own. What does this have to do with Las Vegas? This book is Las Vegas. The weight of the city is so heavy in these pages that it's as if Las Vegas is a character. To underscore this point, the band Attack Ships on Fire wrote a song based on the Clam Daddy story. It's a fun Alan Carter collaboration, so go to the Squidhat Records YouTube channel and see the official video. It shows the book, and P. Moss even has a digital cameo. I know that sounds strange, but you just gotta see it. Link below. Who is this book for? Obviously, this is for people who like sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Readers who have a hard time getting through a regular length book. Suburbanites who suspect there's an interesting underbelly to the city and want a safe way to hang out with that demon. This book is for people who appreciate storytelling from a male perspective. And on a related note, fans of Hunter S. Thompson are likely to dig Blue Vegas. This book is also for readers who frequent the Double Down Saloon and Frankie's Tiki Room. Hey, it's only a matter of time before the Double Down's Shut Up and Drink sign is changed to Shut Up and Read. Finally, Blue Vegas is for people who may want a PMOS sampler before committing to his novels or nonfiction. Moreover, this book is for people who want to start reading Moss's Las Vegas trilogy in order. Where can you get this book? Published in 2010 through City Life Books, an imprint of Stevens Press, you can get this in paperback or ebook from most places where books are sold online. In regard to brick and mortar locations, I'm pretty sure I saw it for sale at the Neon Museum bookstore. And I'd be surprised if you couldn't pick it up at the Writer's Block. Links below. Have you read Blue Vegas? What were your thoughts on the book? Did you find it deliciously satisfying or simply obscene? What shocked you the most? Were you entertained by the variety of short stories? Or were you frustrated by the flux? Did the book offer you a new lens for appreciating the city's zeitgeist? Or is this book evidence that Moss has just spent too much time gazing into the abyss? Post a comment below. P. Moss is one of my favorite writers, so the channel will review more of his books. If that sounds like an interesting prospect to you, like and subscribe so you can get notified when future videos are released. Put another way, hit the like and subscribe buttons as if you're one push away from hitting 777s. Keep it fabulous. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.